Welcome back, Commanders. We are doing another Hall of Fame replay. This time, we're going to watch one of the greatest USA players that ever graced Command & Conquer Generals, and that is Squaak. Now, I'll pull up Squawk's Clan Wars profile, and you'll see that he's won a monster amount of trophies. First, second, third, you name it, he's got it. Now, if you look at his record, he will also have predominantly all his games played on USA, which is insane, because it was always the hardest faction to play, especially on Tournament Desert. Now, down the bottom, we have a good old friend of mine that sadly disappeared from the Command & Conquer game one day, vanished, never saw or heard from him again. But this was Gambler, or Goobuzz is his name on this run. And he was also a very talented GLA player, predominantly only played GLA, but was insanely good at it. Now, quickly, I'll bring up his stats as well, and he's won a few trophies. So let's get the lineup. So GLA down the top, on the bottom, and USA at the top. And we've gone from one supply for GLA, and we've gone for the classic 2 supply, 1 barracks, and a war factory to quickly get out a Humvee, so it can quickly snipe down this car that's trying to get away, which it does. It's actually kept alive. Gambler going for oils, but he's been very conservative in terms of expanding. Looks like he's keeping his money to do some tech terror, perhaps. We have a drop coming from Squawk. Now, Squawk was renowned for his drops. He was a pain in the butt, I tell you. I hated versing this guy. He was so good, even with China. Okay, so he's backed out. He was sort of scouting maybe to see if he could get a drop of a dozer, I'm thinking. Might be in there. He also could be... Oh, yeah, here we go. So we've got a worker, unsuspecting worker that's coming. Now, will Squawk see the worker? Looks like Gambler's seen the helicopter. Yeah, he has. So he's going to try drop on top of the worker. Oh, when the worker gets into the bunker. But Squawk, knowing what the plan is here, he's going to take down the oil. And he's not going to worry about even going for the bunker just yet until he gets that flashbang upgrade. Now, just checking the bases, we have still no strategy center or anything like that. It's way too early, but as you can see, USA is just kept to the standard build order. GLA going for the oils, captured 1 oil, which is still quite good. Now, here comes the, what's it called, Tech RPG. These are very deadly early game. Interesting to see how Squawk can respond. So he's got 3 Humvees. He's probably got a few missile defenders in there as well. So he should make quick work of all this. He's even dropped... Very nice drop there. So he's dropped a Humvee behind the bunker, the tunnel, just so he can take out that worker extra quick. And now he's actually taking control of the right side oil. And at the same time, oh, we have tech terror. I mean, RPG tech that's been able to kill, I think, 1 Humvee. Hasn't been able to scout the dozers. I'm thinking, knowing Squawk, he's got one of the dozers in a chopper somewhere. Yeah, there it is. It's got to be right here. There it is. Now, Gambler's slowly pushing up on the left flank. Don't think, yeah, and here we go. So Squawk has been able to detect that very early. It's going to put a stop to any expansion. Oh, but at the same time, we have a terror tech from Gambler. Very nicely done. Very important to take out the war factory as quick as possible. That's leaving Squawk very exposed here. But Squawk has quite the fun, so he's able to punch out a war factory straight away, and he's going to regroup and also fill some more of his Humvees with some MDs, which will also double the power of this force that he has. Might only be a few units, but with MDs in it, it sure is very strong. Now, let's have a quick look at what Gambler's doing. Gambler's got his second supply up. He's got his flank a bit exposed here. If Squawk figures that out, that could be very punishing, just to run a Humvee over, just to kill some workers. But we have the main battle force of Squawk coming through the middle here. And easily defended by Gambler. Showing them off. Just with some Scorpions with the upgrade. Squawk is going for another mid supply. Not bad. He's got fairly decent control. We have another tech terror coming down here. We'll see what kind of damage he can unleash. Oh, he's pulled back. Oh, he's seen... Kind of giving away his position here. He's going to run over this guy on the oil here, hopefully. Oh, no, he missed the reverse. Oh, no. So he's going to have to commit and just go for the kill there. Oh, and at the same time, we have down here Squaak trying to push mid. Be quite difficult to do, but he can get into the buildings and kind of try hold it the best he can. Now, Paladins are definitely a big trouble for GLA in Command & Conquer General, so he gets a few of those. He'll be able to push this bunker. We have a worker on the flank, so Gambler's established himself on the flanks, which is going to be paramount mid to late game if we get to that fight. Now, he's been able to snipe one of the buildings. Probably get a couple more here. He's going to take that building out just to make sure they can't get back in there. Now, there are a couple Paladins on the playing field. On the battlefield. The playing field. Let's go play. On the battlefield. It's serious stuff. It's a battlefield. And you can see both forces are sort of amassing, preparing and trying to figure out who and how to engage. Whichever wins that is going to have a huge advantage. Looks like the push is going to come. Squaak is going to try to get a strategy center, I imagine. And here we go. So needs to focus onto those Humvees. But the Humvees aren't firing any MDs. So maybe there's no MDs in them or the angle was just wrong. That's unusual. So pretty bad encounter there for Squaak. But Squaak still having quite a lot of funds. And Gambler pushing on this flank ever increasingly, which is really, really important to do as a GLA player. Need to be able to get up and behind. But in saying that, we look like Gambler's going to be able to take mid here. Let's see what... Oh, we had another tech terror in the middle of the base. I didn't see that. Doesn't look... He looks... Oh, he got the Wolf Factory again. Gambler's been so sneaky with these tech terrors. I'm missing them as well. So he's timing them beautifully. Every time it seems that Squaak attacks, Gambler is sending tech terrors, which is very sneaky. He's going to try to snipe the supply here, which is a really good idea. Try to shut down this economy. At the moment, Squaak is sitting quite happily, but he really does need the strategy center, and he needs that ASAP. It's unusual that he's gone so late into a strategy center. A very critical building to have with that plus 20% range or armor. Particularly using Paladins. Paladins really need that extra armor. They are quite weak, but they do have the laser ability, so they can shoot down those Scorpion upgrades, which renders the Scorpions very weak against USA, particularly once you get that armor upgrade. Now we have quite a force on the right flank here. Ton of Scorps coming in. Now it's not going to be seen by Squaak until now. And he's going to have to either decide to push as well. He's going to keep pushing at the expense of losing possibly a few buildings. He's going to have to turn his force around. He's not going to be able to get there very quick. So it looks like they both have to kind of commit to doing the damages that they can. And it seems like that's going to be the case. Now, the trouble with Scorps is that they can just annihilate themselves like that. And this is beautifully defended by a Squaak here. He's pulling back, having to retreat. He's going to try to come back and recoup his base. Huge force here at the front. And not next to no protection. These Paladins are going to punch straight through these Scorpions. Noting that Gambler has 2 war factories here. Okay, looks like they're both recalculating what they're going to do. Squaak building a war factory. You don't see this too often. Classic Squaak, man. Building a war factory right in front of the GLA's base. Love it. I guess it's not a bad spot. It's all very nicely defended. He could put some guys in the buildings behind just to keep extra protection. Gambler with a very sneaky supply here too. And again, he's going for another attack. Hopefully he focuses down the barracks and doesn't get any collateral damage from his Scorp upgrade, because that rocket is always problematic when you're pushing as GLA, especially when you're trying to run over, what's it called, infantry. And at the same time, we have Squaak pushing right into the wall factory, production line of Gambler. I don't see how he's going to stop this, especially with his main force right down here. Now, Squaak has a command center, which is going to mean he's going to be able to use a general point. Gambler has Palace, so he will be able to get a Jamopel, but this might be a base swap scenario by the looks of how this is developing, because both sides are getting annihilated. And we have Squaak up here with the second war factory. Just because he can. That's so funny, man. And that's it. That's the production line gone for Gambler. I don't know how Gambler's going to come back from this, because he's in trouble. The only thing he can do is try a space swap. But see how much money. He's still got quite a bit of funds. He's able to build another war factory. He can kind of try bunker in here with the palace. But he really needs Jean-Markel to sit in here to snipe this infantry. Otherwise, it's going to go down very quickly. He still has his oil under control with lots of bunkers, so that's not going down anytime soon. With the command center going down, the Squaak. Oh, yeah, here we go. Jamapel is out. Where is he? I am blind. He must be somewhere in here. In a tunnel somewhere. Palace is going to go down too. So both, it is a base swap scenario. they're gonna trade places. Only one supply, but Gambler actually, Squaak will get a benefit because there's a bit more supplies here. Squaak going into an airfield, which will be quite handy now, giving him mobility, being able to snipe and move, ambush, back and forth. Will also force Gambler to get into some quads. Now, quads are nowhere as good as they are in Zero Hour. In Zero Hour, they're kind of the main unit. But in Command & Conquer Generals, it's more traditional, the tanks being the main battle unit. So they're all sort of just trying to re-establish themselves. I just see nothing down here, which is insane. So we have Gambler squeezed into this little spot over here and here. And that's what he's hanging on to. One supply and an oil, which is down here. And then you have Gambler, which with his unusual build of 2 war factories and airfield. Now, he really has to hang on. Did he lose his dozer? Because if he loses his dozer, here it is. He has to hang on to this dozer. He loses that, game is over. Now, in terms of funds, Squaak is sitting quite happily. He's got quite a lot of money still, relatively, compared to, say, Gambler. Gambler, who's going to be struggling just to hang on and keep any kind of fight in him. The only benefit he has is being GLA and being able to sort of bunker in and hustle. Oh, here we go. So if this goes down, this is the killer of a moment. It's going to go down. Unless he can pop it. Can he pop it? Oh, he popped it in the Chinook just in time. That's phenomenal. But he may also lose his supply if he should be force firing here. But Gambler is just focusing on getting that building down. No force fire. He's able to snipe that. That was a beautiful, beautiful cost-effective attack there. Taking down the supply and doing a lot of damage to the dozer. Slowing its movement down. We have Jemakel in here waiting for it to pop down again. Oof. Look at that. That is so sneaky. So, will Squaak realize? I don't think he's not going to realize. So, Squawk's going to have to try to figure out where to drop his dozer. And maybe he'll drop it down this other... Oh, he did. That was very smart. He's dropped it down the other side where there's nothing around. Now, there's no way Gambler's going to see that other than this worker. But he's not going to notice that for quite some time. Oh, here we go. He's going to see... Yeah, he's seen it. He's seen the army of helicopters. Maybe not.
A warrior has fallen.
They're both building next to each other. Check this out. They're building their supplies. Have they not seen each other? That's gold. Look how many helicopters Squaak has. Holy moly. Okay, so Squawk's trying to clean up a little bit. He's been able to completely take this side. And Gambler with the... See, the tunnels and the flanks have just been paramount to keeping him alive because he's been able to hit from one side, hit from another. the true GLA way. Ambush, sneak attacks. But this is going to be important because if Gambler loses his war factory here and supply, he's kind of backed into no corner because there's nothing and nowhere for him to go. But we have both players here using one supply. I don't think either of them have noticed just yet. One worker versus 20 million Chinooks. But look at this amazing work from Gambler. He's been able to snipe 2 war factories nearly. Looks like he's gonna get it. He's force fired now to deal the extra damage, and he succeeded in taking down both war factories with some sneak attacks. This is incredible. Now, a quick command center from Squaak. That will come in handy because he should have full general points now, which will mean he'll be able to use all the different upgrades that he wants, which was going to be kind of deadly because he'll be able to take this whole area out with the fuel bomb or the A-10s. And now a lot of aggression coming here from Squaak. He doesn't want to buy this anymore. He's just lost his war factories. He ain't going to lick his wounds. He's going to go in for the kill. Going to take down this war factory. And probably all these units just here leaving. And there's the A-10s come in. They've taken out. This looks like game. This has to be it. I don't see how Gambler can come back from this. He's lost his everything except for his barracks and a couple of tunnels on this side. Now the fight over here for the supplies. Very late notice by Gambler, unfortunately. So now he's lost pretty much this as well. And he's backed into this tiny corner with nothing but a command center. Now, if he can come back from this and win, I will backflip. I don't know. It just doesn't seem possible. But let's see. Okay, so he's used a... Oh, okay. He's used his tox drop. The toxins are everywhere, dealing a lot of damage to any unit. And Squaak has snipers, which are waypointed into the tox at the moment. And he's going to die too. Yeah. Okay, so now it's going to be like find and seek. I don't think that's the right way, but you know what I mean. He's just going to have to try. Oh, okay. Oh, he sniped the dozer. But he has a command center. Squaak has a command center, so that's no issue. But he's been able to let Gambler get a power plant, which is pretty substantial. It will help his production speed. I think it doubles it. It makes GLA production line just go insane. But he has to protect it. And I don't think he has anything that can really manage this. Maybe some terrorists if he can get lucky. But Squaak has so much at the moment. He's got both sides sort of knuckled down. Supplies are under his control. And he's not going to stand a chance here. Not against 4 paladins and 2 Humvees. He's right in front of his war factory as well. He's going to take the power plant down. This has to be it. What a game though. Gambler's still got a little bit of an army here. He's trying to rotate them back to his command center here, which is his only hope. But I don't think Squaak is going to have a bar of it because he's just going to rush this now. He's all cornered in. There's no hope for Gambler. Gambler can come back from this. It will be a game of the ages. With nothing but a command center. Jean-Michel. Oh, and here's the airdrop. Fuel bomb's going to go down. It's probably going to take all this out. He's lost his only source of income other than the, I forgot what you call it, but where they get cash for killing units. Forgive me. Oh, bounty, cash bounty. It's the only thing GLA can really get money for. He does have a bunker, a tunnel over here, and a random worker. But otherwise, that has to be the game. I have to say, he's done very well hanging on. Some very interesting builds, having warp factories built on GLA's side. And another classic win and domination from Squaak. Squawk's USA was just something fearsome. His drops, his micro, always top notch. Gambler also having some of the sneakiest tech terrors that you ever see, sneaking them in without even realizing. You can catch Squawk surprised, you can catch anyone surprised. A really insane game, which definitely stands to the testimony of, he's still going. He's still building stuff. Trying to finish it off here, Gambler. Yeah, A10's come in. Boom. Gone. There is no hope. Gambler's not giving up, though. He's fighting to the very last tunnel. And I don't think he's got much left in him. Got a few units. He's going to keep attacking. Going to try hold down this little area here. But it's really just a desperate delay of the inevitable right now. With Squawk moving in with snipers and paladins. Some fully upgraded, fully promoted, deal an insane amount of damage. Now we'll quickly scan the map. Nothing really else other than the 2 tunnels. Gambler doesn't want to give up. Finally surrenders. And what a game. Hall of Fame for sure. And well done to both players from this time of great RTS games. And thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, I'll hopefully do some more. But good old Generals, one of the best games ever. And yeah, till next time, guys. Peace. Please like